Kevin. What are you doing?
Well, this is part 3 in the beginning to end series on making a sculpture. Last time I showed you the big triangles that I was making. I had to lay all those out on sheets of 1/8" plate, and I just kind of whacked them out with the longevity plasma cutter. You know, just a little oversized, real quick and dirty. Cut them out. Now I've got the whole stack of them over here. I got to clean up and get them in the shape that I want. Okay, how do I do that? Well, I can do them freehand. Of course, I shake a little, and that gives you more cleanup to take care of. And that takes more time. So I thought, well, how can I mechanize it a little? How can I make it a little more repeatable? So I thought, aha! I've been meaning to build myself a cutting table, a plasma table. So I thought, all right, well, let me go out and get that sheet or that grill, and I'll go ahead and make a hinged frame on the end of my workbench. Put in a couple of supports off of the workbench. So all I have to do is just pick up the table, put the supports up in there. Table's nice and solid. I can put a whole 4x8 sheet on the workbench and slide it out onto the cutting table so I can make my cuts. Yeah, but we're not working with 4x8s. We're working with, 2x2 basically. But I need it repeatable. So it's like, okay, I know what to do. So I know I wanted my triangle to be 120 degrees from point to point going off of the center of the triangle. I need it repeatable. How am I going to do that? All right. I'll take a piece of scrap and just exit, mark the center. So I'll take it over to the mill, clamp it to the turntable because I've got a degree wheel on the turntable. So I can index it to the center of the mill and then come out as far as I need, as far as I want it to be. Drill one hole, crank it through 120 degrees, drill the next hole, another 120 degrees, drill the next hole. Now this is tight and it's machinable, or it's repeatable. So all I need to do is bring it over here, weld it to my table, get my length right from the center to my pivot, so I can get the radius that I want on my curve, because these are all, this has a curved edge, it's not a straight edge. Then, and this is the hard part, two center punches right in the hole. This is locked down, sort of. I put my hand on top when I'm cutting them to keep this in place. So I knew from my CAD drawing when I made the triangle that it was like 52.5 inches from my center point of my circle to the edge of my curve. So all I needed to do was measure that out, center my plate, get my plate so it was the right dimension from the pivot, and then just make a little arm, make a little sweeper so I can repeat the motion every single time it comes out the same. Bushing on the plasma cutter, fits into here. Now we're good to go. Now I can sit here and just repeat this. Make a cut, pull the pin, rotate it 120 degrees, put the pin back in, make another cut, repeat one more, move that one off, put a new one on, do it again and again and again and again. Oh my God, I'm a machine. So that's what I'm doing. I got 60 of them to do total. I'm about, I don't know, a third of the way through. So let me fire it up. I'll show you how it works, and then I'll get back to work. Hang on. Okay, got the machine fired up. We're ready to go. Let's make some sparks. There's one. So now like all I need to do is just pull the pin. Make another, move it out, get another. No. Anyways, let me get back to what I'm doing. I got a lot more to go. We'll catch up with you on the next step, and I'll show you what I do after this.